Welcome back. It is Wednesday, September 6th, and the MLB, our four favorite picks are on the way. It's Austin, joined by Logan. Let's recap yesterday. A solid 2-1 day. Let's talk about it. Mariners team total over 2.5 first five. Looked like it was a sweat-free winner in the first inning, and then they didn't feel like scoring, but they dropped J-Rod. We appreciate you for hitting a home run. They easily cashed that in the first five. Nico to get a hit in the over 9.5. You could have taken the full game over. You could all line. You could have laddered up the full game over. It was a no-sweat bet. We'll certainly take that. And our only loss was Judge over 1.5 bases. Got a single in his first at-bat. Tiger said, "We're done seeing you, bud." Walked him 3 straight times. Just brutal. So I had to retire Judge props. I love him. I'll return maybe next year, but the teams are just not afraid of walking him. They're just like, yeah, we'll let other guys hit. So either way, a 2-1 day. Let's continue this momentum. A little 5-2 run. I have 2 important announcements. Our fourth pick is going to be our parlay of the day on Dimers. We do one every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, as you guys should know. And it's a top link in the description. 3 hitters, each to get a hit. They're later on games, so even if you are watching this video, at 3 p.m., I think the first leg is at 6 p.m. So don't worry, it's a later start. I think 6:40 technically. So if you want to check it out, we're tracking at a half unit. It's plus 161 on Bet365. Hey, hopefully that one cashes. We had a brutal beat on Monday. Nico made up for it yesterday. Hopefully we can cash this 3-legger. We'll track it at half a unit, whereas the rest of our plays are for 1 unit. And my last note, if you've been tracking us on Twitter, we are posting our PrizePicks season-long entry, and they actually have a free square live right now. It is for Dak Prescott to get 1 passing yard on Sunday. So if you want to take advantage of that and you get a 100% deposit match up to $100, make sure you sign up using our code COS or the link down below in the description. It'll be right below the Parlay of the Day article for that link to PrizePicks. Logan and I cooked it up. $1,000 on it to win $10,000. We have obviously a hype video that will post at 12 p.m. But enough about NFL. Our NFL actually Lions Chiefs video will be live later on today. But Logan, we're back to baseball. We need to keep building up that bankroll for NFL season. What's your first pick going to be? I'm rocking a jersey for you.
Yeah, I need to support Atlanta Braves. I'm taking the Atlanta Braves minus 1.5 on the first 5 innings run line, minus 118 on FanDuel. Now, this is the first time in a long time, actually, that I've bet the first 5 run line at the minus 1.5. It's like a super, disrespectful bet. Because whenever the books set the line to 1.5 in the first 5 innings, they're clearly telling you there's going to be a pitching mismatch. And that's exactly what we have today with the Braves, with Spencer Strider against Dakota Hudson. Now, everyone and their mother will be on the Braves and Strider today. I get that. And this pick honestly just goes against my contrarian way of betting. Normally, I do not bet picks like this. I completely fade the squares, but I have to be square on this one, and you'll understand why. We got Spencer Strider at home for the Braves, 3.79 ERA and a .94 whip at home. He's got a ridiculous K per 9 ratio, 15. K per 9 ratio. Just let that sink in. Like, this guy just misses bats like crazy. I do buy into the hype with the mustache man. For a long time, I was just like, I think this guy's due regression. I'm just going to let him cook today. In 24 plate appearances against Strider, the Cardinals are only hitting 200 with an expected batting average of 153. Look, if you look at the St. Louis offense, yesterday they probably screwed a lot of people that bet the Braves every single day, because they had an offensive run outburst. Look at St. Louis. They're only hitting 193 in their last 5 road games, which includes their 10-run outburst yesterday. I mean, on the road, I can never trust the Cardinals to do anything but be terrible, and that's kind of what we've seen this year. I'll go ahead and take the mustache man to cook him up. Spencer Strider, go do your thing. And now the real reason I am trusting the Braves to be leading by 2 or more through 5 is because they're facing Dakota Hudson for the Cardinals. 5.4 ERA and a 1.74 on the whip on the road. Those are nasty, nasty numbers. And the whip tells the story with Hudson because he gives up hits and walks like crazy. And the whip, for a reminder, if you don't know, it stands for walks and hits per inning pitched. It's a ratio. The closer that number is to like 2 or more, that shows lack of control, lack of command, and just not a really great pitcher. In 56 plate appearances against Hudson, Atlanta's hitting 306 as a team with an expected batting average of 303. So even the expected numbers are good against this guy. I mean, Dakota Hudson, just one of those pitchers that if I see on the mound, I gotta fade him in some way. I've been on the wrong side of Hudson games already this year, so it's time to get that money back. Now, Hudson's recent start versus the Phillies, he went 5 2/3 innings pitched, gave up 5 earned runs and 5 walks. Like the Phillies, I kind of liken the Braves to the Phillies offense because they're both juggernauts at home this year. Braves hitting 279 at home this season. I just really think Dakota Hudson looks like a nervous Nelly on the mound, when he's facing good offenses. I just don't see any real way he can navigate through this one. I know it's going to be a tough goal to ask the Braves to be leading by 2 or more through 5 innings, but I think the line is set to that -1.5 for a reason. If you want to go take full game run line and be a square there, go ahead, be my guest. It is juiced. It's probably getting more juiced by the moment. But there's a reason why every single Braves hitter is like -300 or worse to get hits today. The books just really do not have any faith in Dakota Hudson, and neither do I. It's Braves first 5 run line for me. But Austin, what are you going with today?
Yeah, I'm going to a bases prop. Yesterday we just got wrecked on the Judge one. Felt like a very good read. Single first at bat. Like I said, 3 walks is just absolutely brutal. But hopefully this guy does not get walked 3 times because we're going to Arizona, where I'm taking Christian Walker of the Diamondbacks over 1.5 bases. Get a little plus 110 value on DraftKings. We'll take that. I think every book when I was recording this and typing it up was plus value. If it does change, I'd probably only play to about -110, -115. Anything higher than that, I really don't think is worth it. But I really like the matchup that Christian Walker's got here cooking for himself at home against Chris Flexen. Now, we'll talk about Flexen in a second, but let's talk about Walker, who's batting .273 on the season, a respectable average, and he has 30 home runs. We know the power he comes with. He's hitting .279 at home, .271 versus right-handed pitchers, and he's batting .368 over the last 7 days. Had kind of a colder August, but he's heated up recently, and if you look at his 136 hits, 65 of them are extra base hits. We know Christian Walker is a guy that can get a lot of doubles. He's done that before when we backed him. He can get a home run too. He has that power that we're looking for if we're trying to take an extra base hit, and it's not like he's a super slow guy. He's not, 99th percentile in speed, but he's, above average, give or take. So I think he can stretch out those singles and doubles if it is a questionable one. But either way, I don't think it will be. I really like him here today, and he's taking on the Rockies, and he owns the Rockies. In 77 career games played, he's a .319 batting average, 91 total hits, 22 doubles, 22 homers, and he's going to face Chris Flexen, a guy that he's hit before, 2 for 3 with 2 extra base hits. I believe a double and a home run in there. So, look, Walker has owned the Rockies. Obviously, a lot of those stats are great at Coors Field. He's hitting like .329. But still, he's been hitting them well on the at home, too, when he's at home and in Arizona. So I really do think he's just going to get it done here today. We saw him yesterday get 2 hits, which he's certainly capable of getting, those 2-hit games to get that if we need, 2 singles or so. But he's also capable of getting those doubles. And we've talked about Flexen before. He's been even worse on the road. Despite pitching in Coors Field, where, it's a very hitter-friendly ballpark, his stats on the road are terrible. He's allowing a .379 batting average on the road. Now, in general, he's allowing a .324 batting average to right-handed batters in general on the road or at home. And you look at his splits, man, 5th percentile in expected batting average, 6th in expected ERA, 7th in K percentage. So he's not missing bats, giving up some hits, and when they're getting hit, they're probably dropping too. And he's just been struggling on the road, which is where I think we'll see Christian Walker be able to do a little bit of damage today. I mean, I already told you he's 2 for 3 with 2 extra base hits against Flexen, and I just think Walker's gonna be able to square up one and send one deep. Hopefully a home run. That would be a no sweat bet. But either way, I think he has his good chances today. Flexen throws 2 primary pitches, 47% four seam, 35% slider. You look at Walker's batting average versus those two pitches, 306 and 314, both with a hard hit percentage above 40%. Now, obviously, we want that hard hit percentage higher because that means he's hitting the ball hard and we have a better chance of it going into the gap or down the line or into the bleachers. But we still look at Flexen. When he's throwing to right-handed batters, that four-seamer comes with a 61% hard hit percentage himself. So combine all these things together, I really think Christian Walker is the play. I don't mind Corbin Carroll either, but he was promoted on FanDuel for a 2+ bases parlay, which are normally guys I like to avoid at all costs. I really like Christian Walker, likely batting in the leadoff spot. This is like a 3:40 p.m. Eastern first pitch. So I think Christian Walker gets it done. Plus 110 value. Give it to me. I'll take Christian Walker 2+ bases. But Logan, you got an overplay one we talked about a couple days ago. Where are you going today?
Yeah, I'm going back to the Battle of Texas. I'm taking the Astros and Rangers over 8.5 runs, -114 odds on FanDuel, currently your best value. Now, if you're looking at name brand pitchers, right, if maybe you haven't kept up with baseball in a while, it'd be crazy to think that a matchup between Verlander and Scherzer would have a total set to 8.5, but that's where we are in 2023. I mean, I am actually surprised it's only 8.5. I could have saw a 9 or 9.5 total on this one, especially because these two pitchers are to me, good in ERA only. You got Max Scherzer starting for the Rangers, 3.55 ERA and a 1.1 whip for Scherzer. Now, Scherzer faced Houston earlier this year, and he cooked them. 8 innings pitched, only allowed 1 earned run. Am I confident he does that again? Absolutely not. Astros versus Scherzer, if we look at 155 total plate appearances, ton of familiarity there. 19.4 K percent, which is, that's not all that high, and a 273 batting average. Scherzer right now is facing a really, really tough matchup because the Rangers made the mistake of letting the Astros get hot. That's what you did not want to do. And the Astros offense is absolutely nuclear right now. They have 14 and 13 runs in back-to-back games. I mean, how the heck am I going to sit up here and say, oh, today's the day they cool off? I mean, yes, I have respect for Scherzer, but I don't have that much respect. With a total at 8.5, there's just no margin for error for Scherzer, really, to prevent this from going over. Scherzer's been decent at getting the Ks this year. His K percentage is pretty decent, but his barrel percent is only in the 37th percentile, and I can see the Astros doing real damage barreling up some baseballs against him. I think if they go up there with a very plate disciplined approach and don't swing outside of the zone, don't chase, because Scherzer is one of those pitchers that does rely a lot on the chase. I think the Astros offense will be more than fine. And now, who's starting for the Astros today? It's Justin Verlander. 3.34 ERA and a 1.18 WHIP, as I mentioned. Good in ERA, but really, they have both these pitchers have tough matchups today. Batters versus Verlander, I'll tell you some of the Rangers splits versus him. Semien hitting 275 against him. Seager 294, hint, hit parlay. You got Lowe hitting 375, and you got Adolis Garcia hitting 286. A lot of these big, heavy hitters for the Rangers all have seen Verlander before, and all have had success versus him, especially after what they did last night. I expect a lot of these Rangers hitters to bounce back. And Verlander, unlike Scherzer, I mean, Scherzer's been good at the K recently, but Verlander, not good at the K. Verlander really struggles to get Ks consistently this year. He's 23rd percentile in whiff percent, 33rd percentile in K percentage. These are just bottom of the barrel numbers. How am I going to expect Verlander to really be able to navigate through this good Rangers lineup? I don't really see it coming today. After only putting up one run yesterday, law of averages says the Rangers are due for some runs today because at home, Texas first in runs, second in hits, and then it's just one of those things. It's a fact. I think I'm getting runs from the Rangers, and I think I'm getting runs from the Astros, and I also think I'm getting runs late in this game as well. Over the last 2 weeks, Houston 11th in bullpen ERA at a 3.96, and Texas, 29th in bullpen ERA at a 7.5. Yuck, man. That's nasty. There should be runs late in this game as well. I've outlined it before. With a total set to 8.5, all you need is 2 to 3 runs on the starting pitchers and 2 to 3 runs on the bullpen. Each team to score 4 gets you over the 8.5 mark. I definitely think I could see 4 runs on each side of the coin for this one. So there should be run opportunities early and often. The over 8.5 is the play in this one, and I hope it cashes for us today.
Yeah, Logan, absolutely love it. You already talked about it. 4 runs each. Send us in extras. We'll take it. But both these two teams have the capability of dropping and hitting the over themselves with this over 8.5 line. So I really like it. I think the line actually probably moved to 9 by first pitch. But those are our 3 favorite plays of the day. You want to find our 4th? Dimers Parlay. Top link in description. If you want to find out our NFL season-long entry, we'll be posting it on all our social media platforms at 12 p.m. Eastern time. If you want early access to it, go make sure you join our Dub Club. You'll get all our plays early. Those details are down below. It's only $5.99 a month. We'll even put a 7-day free trial down there below for you guys to just test it out. Join the Dub Club /Discord. Be in there, get our plays early, get the best lines possible. Let's have a great Wednesday. Let's continue this winning streak that we've been on in the MLB. NFL video live later on today. Let's have a great day. We'll see you guys back again tomorrow. Peace.